Hey everyone, after years of monkeying around with the backhoe trying to get it off and on and never really perfecting it, I feel like I finally have it down. I'm going to make a video to show how I do it now, which seems to be very simple. Alright, I have the backhoe on a dolly that I made. I'll show you the dolly, the dimensions of it, how I did it, and what I would do differently if I did it again. The basic idea is these pins go into these big brackets here. And then these C-clamps clamp onto these supports here. And then, of course, the hydraulics hook up, which I'll go over. So the backhoe weighs 600 pounds. And it rolls fairly easily with the dolly, but it's still a lot of weight to push around. Alright, so I'll do my best to move it from back here. And let's see how they're going. Alright, that is pretty close. So what we're going to do here is hook up the hoses. Alright, so on the tractor, you take this one off. And then on the backhoe, there are 3 hoses down here. I always clean them off before I attach them. I try to avoid getting dust in there. Alright. And then this one here goes on here. As you're doing this, you'll realize that it's kind of hard to screw up. There's not really any other ways that these can go together. So if you're confused about it while you're doing it, you'll see that it actually makes a lot of sense. Now that that's hooked up, I'll turn the tractor on. It'll be a little bit hard to hear me, but what I'm going to show you is that the backhoe goes off and on with just this one lever, and just moving the lever either away from the tractor or towards the tractor. There's no need to curl the bucket or move the backhoe left or right. All that needs to happen is this goes away from the tractor or towards the tractor. The other thing is this pin here, this pin needs to be removed. Otherwise, you won't be able to manipulate the backhoe like you need to. All right. So what's going to happen is these C-clamps are going to snap around. So you see, now that they're around there, you pull the pin out, turn it, and push it back in. I'll show you on the other side. So see that this is clamped around here. This needs to move up into there to lock it into place. And to do that, you just pull this out. Lock it back in. Now that's locked into place. So that's actually all there is to it to put the backhoe on. Now obviously to get it off the dolly, we're going to lift it back up. And the dolly's away, and you can drive away. You can see that to get the backhoe onto the tractor, there was just one movement of one lever. All I did was move this lever away from the tractor. That's the only movement that I needed to do in order to get the backhoe on the tractor. Now I'll show you the dolly now that it's off. Here's the dolly I made for the backhoe. I'll show you the dimensions real quick, and then I'll show you how I made it, what I would do differently if I were to make it again. All right, so the dolly right here is 45 inches, 45 and a quarter. All right, the front part that supports the bucket is 24 and a quarter. And then the back is 30 inches. Each section here, this is 13 inches wide and this front part is 16 inches wide. I use 4-inch wheels from Harbor Freight. What I did with this, and the trouble I ran into, and the reason it looks like this, is when I initially made it, I wanted it to be extra strong because I knew the backhoe was very heavy. And so I made 2 layers of wood. And what that did is made it so high that the pins on the backhoe, these bottom pins, wouldn't actually come all the way down to rest on the tractor frame, which obviously made it challenging. So what I ended up having to do to bring the backhoe down so it actually rests on the tractor is router these slots out here. And that's where these supports go down into here. The other thing I had to do is the main frame of the backhoe was initially resting on here, which is what I wanted. So the main frame of the backhoe was resting right on here. That made the backhoe too high, and the backhoe wouldn't come down onto the support of the tractor frame. So I had to cut this out so that this part here falls down into this cavity. Since I had an extra wheel, I put it here. Figured why not. That's how this dolly came to look the way that it does. This part is wider than it needs to be, but what I do is when I'm storing it, I put the extra backhoe attachments onto the cart next to this. So these are able to be stored here next to the bucket. And so that's why this is wider than it needs to be. After building this dolly, I found out that this company, BX23s, makes a dolly specifically for this backhoe. They've already gone through the trouble of measuring it and essentially figuring out what I figured after 10 trials and errors. But if I were to do it again, I would probably just buy that dolly that they made. If you were to do it yourself for very cheap, like I did out of scrap wood, maybe these dimensions will help you. If I were to do it again, I would only use 1 layer of wood, so I didn't have the trouble with that backhoe being too high. When I first made this dolly, I actually had this section of the dolly and that section of the dolly separate. And as it turns out, that makes putting the backhoe on and off very challenging because as you raise and lower the backhoe, the dollies start to separate, and the whole process is really difficult that way. And just by attaching them with these 2 boards, it made things much simpler. Now I'm going to show you how I take the backhoe off of the tractor. Alright, so the first thing I do is line it up. And this is important, just making sure that it's straight. Since I have those routed grooves, I use that as a little bit of a guide for myself. And just making sure that it's square is important. I'll turn the tractor on. I just want to show you that this entire process of taking it off, again, only requires a manipulation of this 1 lever, moving it away from and towards the tractor. So now that the entire backhoe is folded away from the tractor, you can roll it away a little bit. and it's free from the tractor. Next step is unhooking the hoses, which I might as well show you since we've done everything else. Here we go. So I always clean them when I take them off. I clean them when I put them on. And then for us, what we do is we store all of our implements. The dollies help us out in our little garage because obviously it helps save a little bit of room. So, hey, thanks everyone for watching. I hope this helps. If you have questions, leave a comment below. I'll answer. If you have something specific that I can help with, I can make another video too. Thanks again for watching, everyone. Bye.
And now he's living the life of Riley.